Yeah,
I didn't feel,
that's
I
all
mean,
part of you.
that someone that would be my inner self or angel at least would have some feeling, some
No, no,
caring
no, no,
feeling,
no,
some
no, no,
love.
no.
I
When
didn't
you
like it.
when you go within to your deepest layer, to your very deepest layer, there is no emotion, no feeling, no compassion, no nothing. I can tell you one example. When I was sitting in a chair in total bliss, there happened an accident in front of me in the street. I could see it through the window. Somebody run against a tree or something. And I'm also a doctor, so I have a double, supposed to be double compassionate feeling. I didn't do anything. I was just sitting there in total cool, indifferent, non-interested, non-participated attitude. The divine in its deepest layer doesn't have our feelings as we know them. That is then something totally different.
Why do we imagine God as being loving?
Yeah, he is loving, but he's not always expressing it. So we don't. No, I have to say it even differently. It's even more. It's worse. In the deepest level, the divine is so contained with itself. Do I say that rightly? Do you understand what I mean?
Maybe because it's complete. I mean,
It is so complete. It is so complete, and it is so whole, and it is so. You understand? The deepest layer.
Yeah.
It is so self-fulfilled that, and that's it. Only on the other layers, let's say what they call starting emanating towards creation. Huh? The divine is various parallels, layers of consciousness. Then these parallel layers of consciousness, in their course towards creation, get different colors. So then the love comes and the compassion, and so on and so forth. But in its deepest layer, it's just so totally self-fulfilled. Neutral. So that should not. That is then my answer. It should not embarrass you.
It didn't embarrass me. It just made me unsatisfied, and I didn't want to be in that space.
Embrace it. That's also me.
Did you say what happened after that? The guy with the gun, what happened?
Well, I finally ended up, I don't know how, I moved my hand, I gave him the purse, he took it, and it took me a few minutes to come back, then starting shaking and crying, but it took a while. For a few minutes, I was just paralyzed.
Yeah.
The thought that came to my mind is that in that state, God is not worried. He's never worried because he wrote the movie, he wrote the play, and he knows how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
And he knows either way, if you give him the purse or not, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
He knows when
And I
that...
get killed, but it's not going to matter.
Because you're going to be up there with
Well, get killed is going to God. Get killed is going home. I mean, this is from a different perspective. It's embracing you. Say this. Come back, return. We are concerned about our individual lives, of course, but over there they have different attitude.
I know. Too bad we're living here.
What kind of meditations do you do?
You what?
What kind of meditations do you do every day?
Me, still, in my life, you mean? First of all, as I told you, I started with Zen meditation. This teacher got his experience from Japan, so it was very classical Japanese. I changed that because it was too mechanic in my view, and too much the mind. I mean, that is maybe totally contradictory to what the Zen people think themselves, because they want to get rid of the mind through sitting. But for example, if you sit and you count your breathing, which is a common practice, also in Vipassana, for example, that counting keeps you identified with your mind. So I'm more the feeling type. I like feeling more. So what I started to do is to follow a workshop of a teacher also in Germany. Germany has many good teachers, a woman who taught feeling awareness and sensory awareness. And that I integrated into my sitting. So practically when I sit, I relax with my back straight and I start feeling the weight of my body on the floor. Feeling. So I start feeling my foot and my ankle and my underleg and my knee. Feeling, 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 feeling. And if I have restored a full contact with my roots, because it's really a root feeling, then I start observing my breathing while feeling it. So I'm not counting it. I watch and feel. That is my, let's say, my formula. Watching and feeling. And then I sit for a while. And that's it, watching and feeling. And in the meantime, if thinking comes up, I just let it go, as usual. I mean, that is also what the Zen people say. And that is a very fulfilling way. It is very simple, but totally fulfilling. And up till this very day, previously I was sitting for myself. I thought last time, sometimes 5 times a day, half an hour. That was for myself. And for a long time I did not feel the need of sitting at all. But now, recently, I started sitting again. And I have the feeling that makes me more able to share with other people. I do it now for you. I'm sitting. So the motive has changed.
What kind of meditation would that be translated to over here if we were looking to get into this feeling meditation? What would it be called in the United States? Do you know?
Well, this is my first time I'm here. I mean, to know everything what is going on here, that is... I call it feeling awareness.
Feeling awareness meditation?
Yeah. Or I wrote a small book in Dutch. I called it Living Zen. Yeah.